guys, and welcome to another video. Today I thought that we would just jump right into this because I just got home from work. I'm really excited to film this. I have loud screaming children at the daycare that is almost directly behind me, so it's insane. If you hear any of that nonsense going on, I apologize for that. I apologize for that if you can actually hear this screaming. But I really wanted to film this because I'm so excited. What we're doing today is the Jeffree Star palettes. I am so excited to receive these. I've seen them all over social media, but as you can see, they're still inside the cartons. These eyeballs have never actually seen any of these palettes in person. I did order them off Beautylish. And I do not have the whole collection here. This is a first impressions review. This makeup is used. It's from work all day. It's by Flower Beauty. I believe the Pop Art or Pop Colors or something. Anyways, it's cream shadow, so it might look a little rough, but let's just go with it. This is going to be a first impressions. I'll do some swatches and whatnot, but I actually don't have my timer here, so I'll just have to remember until my camera shuts off or cuts me off or something. Anyways, so we are going to do a first impressions of these, just my thoughts. If you've stumbled across this video and you actually haven't seen anything like this, you're probably living under a rock because everyone and their dog has done these by now, but I wanted to do one, so I am. I ordered these from Beautylish, like I said, and Beautylish really went hard with the packaging. We're talking tissue paper, unfold that, there's more tissue paper, take that off, there is bubble wrap, under that is the palettes, take all the palettes out, then there's bubble wrap with more tissue. It was nuts. There's no way I could have got all that home. I'd have to carry the whole big box out of work. The box got bigger too because, I mean, I did get a mirror, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. So I took all of them out because these were all individually wrapped as well. On top of all that, these were all individually wrapped. So I just took all that off, but I did not have a chance to open them up, so I didn't, so I'm going to do that now. So we actually are going to start with the Jawbreaker Palette. Now, if you don't know, this retails for $58 US, and if you bought the bundle together with the Mini Breaker, this is $28 on its own, and I believe, well, my invoice is right here, so I don't know why I'm saying I believe. I paid $75 for the set from Beautylish. While we're talking pricing, the Brainfreeze, that is what it says. Oh my God, the Brainfreeze Skin Frost Pro palette, that was, what was it, $40, and the mirror was $25. So all in all, I think it was 140 American dollars. Don't ask me what the conversion was, but it was almost 200. So let's just move on. That's Canadian. 200 Canadian is what this cost me. I hope these are easy to open because I don't have anything else good. So, just my first impressions of this, I love this packaging. I love this packaging. I was so drawn to this. I think this is so cute. It's pretty. It's cute but mature, if that makes sense. Anyone can really appreciate this packaging because it's just done so well with the star and the raised Jawbreaker lettering. And it just really, it's quite professional and sophisticated, but really quite cute at the same time. And as per usual, Jeffree Star, you have all your ingredients on the back. And you have a whole bunch of contact information, Instagram, YouTube, and the rest of it. Cruelty free, the packaging is recyclable, and this palette is good for 12 months after opened, which is what that little open jar right there means, if you didn't know. So we slide that out. You see that this is the one thing I don't like. When I saw, and don't come at me for this, but when I saw this white packaging, I actually thought the palette was going to be white. And I really, really like the idea of the white Jawbreaker. Actually like the palette being this color, and then when he pulled it out in his review it was pink, and I was kind of disappointed by that because like I said, I really like that white. But having seen this pink in person now, keep in mind I've never seen this with my own eyeballs before, this is a really nice pink. Like the camera, my crappy camera probably doesn't do this justice, but this is a really, really pretty pink. And I love all the extra details here. If you run your hand above it, over it, it's raised lettering. It's quite a heavy palette. I'm not going to drop it on the table because I have done that before in one of my other videos. I don't want it to smash, but you can tell that this is actually quite a good quality palette for $58. And like he said, it is his largest palette to date, so for $58, I mean, I would expect some sort of quality there, and he did deliver. Now on here it does read eyeshadow / pressed pigment palette, so there are pigments in here. I believe he said it in his video that if you are prone to staining or staining bothers you, put down a thick eye base or just don't worry about it. I don't personally care about staining, so pigments and eyeshadows doesn't make a difference to me. I slap whatever on my eyes. And they're 24 shadows that are 1.5 grams each. I'm going to open this up. Now, that's a little bizarre. Normally, and I believe for my other Jeffree Star palettes that I've got, there's a film here. On mine, there is no film. There's actually not even a film on the mirror. And there's a large mirror on here, just put my fingerprints all over it, which I can appreciate the mirror, but it's not a necessity for me personally. I don't need a large mirror, but there's no film. So, okay. But a plastic protecting cover would have been nice. To me, this doesn't look used. I would never ever expect a used palette at a Jeffree Star. I've never received one. I've never seen anyone saying they received one. So, I would never imagine that anything will be used. This is really pretty, you guys. I don't know if my camera will read that and do it justice, but this is friggin' gorgeous. I actually have bought some of those Huda Beauty neon palettes. Love those two, except the green one. Not really sure. I'm not a massive fan of the green one. If you have them, you know what I'm talking about. I opened it and I'm like, what do I do with this? But anyways, that's not what this video is about. I was concerned, the reason why I'm bringing that up is I was concerned that those colors would be relatively the same as these. So I was gonna either give them away, or I haven't used the orange and I haven't used the pink yet. So I was just going to return those ones. I did use the green, but I was concerned the wow, this yellow here, would be very close to the yellows in that neon palette. They're not even close. So if you have those and you haven't received this yet, don't even worry about it. These colors are completely different. These are actually gorgeous. There's a lot of creamsicle in my mind colors in here. Like when I look at this, I don't see green for the sour. I see green mixed with white. I see this lavender, it's purple and white. Bubblegum, again, it reminds me more of like, what are those icicles? I can't even, or those popsicles. I can't even think of them, but they're almost like mixed with cream, if you know what I'm talking. Creamsicles? That's what I think of when I see this, except for this blue, that wouldn't make sense. Or this delicious, that wouldn't make sense for that. But this is a really fun palette. So let's do some swatching before I rabbit on too long about it. I am going to pick, I know he did all his own swatching, but I'm going to do some just because I want to. We're going to go with sour. Oh, and I love the little details of the stars, by the way. They're all the same this time. There's no alien or anything like that where they're different. So, yeah, I did have to go in twice. I am doing finger swatches, but there is sour, if my camera will read that. It's a pretty green. It's quite light. I imagine it would be quite buildable. We're going to do Brainfreeze next. Ooh, Brainfreeze comes out really nice. So I did Brainfreeze, that one there. And that's Brainfreeze. Maybe I could do this while I have the camera. Now we're going to do Cute. I'll show you. That's Cute. I can't see myself. I have no monitor, so like I'm essentially doing this really blind. And that is Cute. And I'm running out of fingers. Classic me. Didn't bring any wet nabs to clean that with. Though if you saw my other video, the ones I have are useless. That is Cherry Wet. Let's do it. Do you want to go over it? Wine Splotch Cherry Wet. Wow, that's pretty pigmented actually. I wonder if I can get a little more off there. I did see online someone that said they were disappointed with this palette. That's Cherry Wet. And it's full glory. Someone said they were disappointed with this palette because it wasn't blendable. And, you know, I've never played with it, so, and I have all the other palettes by Jeffree Star, and I've never had that problem. Alien palette, not my favorite, but not for blendability, just for color story-wise. I got it because it's Jeffree Star, and I wanted to see what I could do with it. It's not my favorite. I prefer things like this that are super loud, super bright. I mean, hence this. Super loud, super bright. But this palette, assuming the formula is good, is a win for me. These appear to be mattes, shimmers, and some, like I said, pressed pigments. Oh, I wish I would have dipped in it. Let's go with Cotton Candy. That is extremely buttery. So when I dipped into that, like it just melted. Let's do another crappy swatch here. Oh yeah. I hope my camera, let me twist my arm fat here. I hope my camera like picks that up. That's gorgeous. I really like that one. Wow. Okay, so if you guys don't have this palette yet or thinking about it, you might want to pick it up. This is gorgeous. Let's move on to the Mini Breaker. And the same thing, when I saw the green carton, I was just sort of like, oh, green carton. But this is what really I loved. When you spill it out, I got my white palette. Sure, it's not the huge palette, but there is a white palette in this collection. So I was so happy when I saw the fact there was a white palette. Open this guy up, you get another mirror, which is great because if you didn't buy the large palette and you just went for this one to try out Jeffree Star, then you do have a mirror as well. You haven't been left out. The repeats are Bubblegum and the Bite Me, which like I was saying is fine because you do have a full workable palette here. Having never seen this before and now looking at it now, there are a lot of purple shadows in here. You have Bite Me, Fruit Punch, Oral, Foreplay, all purple. So there's four purple, different shades of purple, pinks, that kind of thing. Bubblegum obviously is a pink. There's Double Scoop and Slice, which they're more like a mustard color, pretty similar. Orange Crush, and then Hot Fudge. You could definitely make a look out of this. However, there's a lot of, like, let me know what you think. I think there's a lot of colors there that are relatively the same. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if you're doing a sort of like a Try My Cosmetics or a smaller version of your larger palette, in my opinion, I would have wanted to see like maybe a green or a blue or something else in here besides a ton of different shade ranges of purple, pink, one gorgeous looking orange, two mustards, and then a brown. So let's dip in. And that would be my only criticism of this palette. Other than that, I absolutely love it. It's 9 shadows at the same size, 1.5 grams. And again, you have all the same information on the back that was on the previous, and 12 months as well. So let's just dip in here. I'm going to go with Orange Crush because that was super pretty. Yeah, that is super pretty. There's a lot of gold reflex in there. My camera probably won't read it, but that's it there. Oral. Oh my god. That's gorgeous. Oh, I should mention too that you don't get, with the exception of Bite and Bubblegum, clearly, because they're duplicated from that palette, all of the other colors are not in that palette, if that makes sense. So the only double colors you're getting are Bubblegum and Bite Me. So you really, to have the full range of colors for his summer collection, you have to buy both palettes. Hot Fudge. Are we dipping into Hot Fudge? And I know that last statement you're probably rolling your eyes and being, yeah, I know, but you'd be surprised at how many people wouldn't know something like that. That's Hot Fudge. We're just doing a ton here. Might as well. Did we do Slice? We didn't do Slice. Slice is sort of like Oral. It's this shimmery. Wow. That is really, really pretty. That's Slice. That's this one right here. So we've done Slice, Hot Fudge, Oral, and Orange Crush. And now we're going to do totally out of fingers on this side. But wait. I'm cleaning. What am I doing? We'll do one more. We'll do Foreplay. I still can't hear that screaming. That you wouldn't believe. That goes on. I get home at like 5. That noise can go on until like 6. It's crazy. And then that is Foreplay right there. Sorry, I'm not to watch Master of the World, so they're a little uneven, but I could see how you could make a look with this palette. I mean, I'm not saying you can't. It's just for variety-wise, from just a first impressions, maybe a different color, personally. But I'm not upset with this palette. I think this is beautiful, and I'm glad I picked that one up. So we also have the Brainfreeze. The Brainfreeze Skin Frost Pro palette. And this is 6 pans at 7 grams each, which is huge. I don't know if you have any other Jeffree Star Pro palettes, but I do have the other 2. I believe there's only 2, and the Northern Lights, and those pans are humongous. Now I saw this box, loved it. I thought this was the cutest packaging, and it really is cute packaging. Then I saw this. I had to have it primarily because I don't know, I'm getting such a throwback from this for those rocket pops. I don't know what my American friends call them. You might have a different name for them, but we call them rocket pops, and in Canada anyways, maybe you guys do too, I'm not sure. But this is exactly what I was getting from that. So this is the Skin Frost palette. Oh, I should mention there was no protector in this one either, and nothing on the mirror, anything like that. But with this Brainfreeze, there is. So I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know if that was intentional. And there's also a piece of plastic covering this mirror, which I can't peel off right now. But as you can see, it's nowhere near as reflective. So there's a piece of plastic there, which there's not on either of those. So I'm not sure what that's about. But here is the shades in Brainfreeze. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think these would be suitable for a variety of skin tones, especially this Jawbreaker. In the one that's got a mix. I believe he said that is a top coat, but I'm not sure. So let's do freeze tag. Oh. Like, I don't even have words for that. This is frozen fruit. Let's do statuesque. Whoa. That, wow. That would look amazing on the eyelids, you guys. That would be a little too heavy for me as a highlight. Just, it's not from I wouldn't use this on my skin tone personally. I'm sure there are people that do. I would 1000% use that on the inner corner or my actual eyelid. That's beautiful color. Let's just do them all. Here's Cocky. Oh, I like that. That one there is Cocky. And, oh, I got a thing or something. Cold Shoulder. That's a beautiful blue. It's really... That one there is Cold Shoulder, the blue there. I'm going to highlight all over me for days. So we just basically went in that order. And I skipped Jawbreaker because I want to keep that top coat on there for, like, ever. But this is a gorgeous palette. I'm really glad I picked this up. I had no idea, seeing from those swatches, that it would turn out like that. I am hoping that my camera picks that up because, like, maybe if I move back. This, you can't even imagine, like, just dipping into this, it doesn't do it justice. My crappy hands, finger swatches don't do it justice. This palette is amazing. And for the cost of $40, if you don't have a highlighting palette, you probably want to invest in a palette as opposed to like singles. You get more value, I find, in a palette. So there's that palette. And finally, one last thing, if you guys have made it this long, is the mirror. Now I saw a whole bunch of pink ones online. I think the PR ones were all pink. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the pink one, so I got the white because the white is more Jawbreaker-y to me. And if you've never seen a packed up Jeffree Star mirror, he doesn't screw around with packaging. That's the packaging, like this foamy pink, whatever. And it is, I already have one. I use my black one all the time on this channel, but this is the pink one. And I'm not going to blind you guys with the other side of it, but that is fantastic. Maybe I'll flip it around like once. So that is the pink mirror. I just don't like when it reflects and you see all that mess that is my home behind me. So I really love this. Like, this is all raised. I have solid black ones, so I never knew what this actually would look like. But this mirror is actually super fun. It's super cute. These, if you don't own one, these are super durable. And for the $25, I believe they are, I just think they're fun. They're super cute. They're, like I said, really durable. They're weighted quite well. Like, when you're holding it in your hand, it doesn't feel like, you know, it feels really, really good to hold in the hand. I'm not sure how many people realistically do their makeup like that, but if you ever had to do a quick touch-up, or I do it here on my channel, you'll see me using one of these. They're fantastic. If you don't have one, honestly, I don't even know how many he has. If I had to guess, I'd say like 14 or 15 different kinds. Pick one up. This one, unfortunately, is completely sold out. I believe the pink one is, it's just the reverse of this. It's all pink. In the white section is pink. The pink one is completely sold out, so if you didn't get one with the Jawbreaker collection, they will come back. Don't go paying people on eBay tons and tons of money for all those resellers. Don't do that. They'll come back, or you know what? Perusal the colors and get a different one. There's so many. So that's it for this video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it and you liked all the swatches. Let me know what you think. Are you gonna pick up this collection? Have you tried this collection? You know, are you hate it? Does it not make sense to you? Some of the palettes. Just leave all your thoughts and opinions down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.